This is Dave Walsh, host of Card Talk, and I am playing another live playthrough of the Angmar Awakened campaign, and we are here at the fourth scenario. I've earned some boons, I've earned some burdens, go through all of them, and we will take a tour of the play area after we look at each of the quest cards and all the things that we need to look at. So let's take an up-close look at the quest card, and we will go from there. So at this point, we just had a battle with the big bad guy for this this cycle. It's Eriador. He's undead, and so we've kind of left Fornost, and we are chasing things across Eriador. And so this scenario is called the Wastes of Eriador. It says set pack leader aside out of play. We'll look at the pack leader when he comes into play. It says make Shrouded Hills the active location. Add the time objective to the staging area with Daybreak face up. The first player takes control of Amarthiel. Shuffle the encounter deck. Reveal one card from the encounter deck per player. Okay, so now that we have that, let's take a look at Daybreak and the Shrouded Hills. The time objective is Daybreak, and it says when it becomes day, return each enemy in play to the staging area. Okay, that's good. And then it says at the end of the round, flip this objective. So guess what's on the other side? That's right, nighttime. I think it's actually called Nightfall, but we'll take a look at it in a second. And then the Secluded Hills say X is the number of quest cards in play. It says while there's only one in play quest card, Shrouded Hills gain Surge. I guess we're down to just one quest card because the last scenario I was able to take Protect the Innocent out of the campaign pool and add Angmar Ravaged. So let's flip over the Daybreak objective and take a look at what it has. So Nightfall says when it becomes Nightfall, reveal an encounter card. At the end of the round, flip this objective. So this is going to be one of those things where there's just going to be... we're going to end up with a lot of enemies. There's a lot of wargs chasing after us. That's the storyline here. So let's take a look at Amarthiel. With Amarthiel, you're allowed to move him around the board. Playing single player, that's not going to work very well for me. It's not that it's not going to work well, it's just not going to work. And then at the end of the last scenario I played, I chose Amarthiel's Courage, and this has a setup effect that says it goes on to Amarthiel. If Amarthiel's not in play, it's just removed from the game. So I get to ready Amarthiel. Amarthiel gets +1 willpower and +1 hit point. So he becomes a pretty stalwart defender, although we need to protect him to keep him alive and stuff. But he's also a very good attacker, and with 2 willpower, he's not so shabby questing. So let's take a look at the B side of the quest card. It says, while it is day, each hero gets +1 willpower. So we're going to be able to make lots of progress here during day, but we can't make any progress at night, so it's crazy. When it becomes night, rage each player's threat by 1. So let's look at the campaign card here. It says each player may change hero cards without incurring the +1 threat penalty. That's a deck building thing. So as you go through, like, there's specific times where you may or may not want to change your heroes or change your deck. You can change your deck. You can put any cards you want into your deck based on the scenario, but your heroes have to stay the same. Or for each hero that's different each scenario, you have to raise your threat by 1. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to play it, but that's part of the rules, so that's what this is. This gives you a chance, after you've rested at Fornost, to change your heroes out and send whoever you want out into the Wastes of Eriador. It says each player then adds 1 copy of Determination to their starting hand, add each of those to the campaign pool, shuffle Fend Off Despair side quest into the encounter deck. So I put Fend Off Despair into the encounter deck. I didn't read it. I didn't know it. I don't really know what it does. Again, I'm playing this semi-blind, so all this is kind of at least the campaign stuff is new to me. So let's take a look at determination. So this is determination. Determination is an event that is an action. It says attach determination to a unique character, then ready each character with a copy of determination attached, as well as each character who is determined in the campaign log. Counts as a condition attachment with the text force. If you win this scenario, mark in the campaign log that attached character is determined. Okay, so that means I guess what it means is I can, each new scenario, if I get determination, I get to ready, like, in this scenario, I get to ready one character. In the next scenario, I get to ready 2 unique characters. In the next scenario, I get to ready 3 unique characters. So, I guess with just one player, it's obvious that the heroes are unique, but the objective ally Marthiel is unique. I have unique characters in my deck, like Haldir and Orphan and Rumil, Henemarth, so Galleon. I don't know. So I guess we'll see. We have 6 scenarios here, so it's possible, I guess, that for the next 6 scenarios, 6 of my unique allies or unique cards can be determined, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool mechanic. So I put a player card sleeve on that because it's going to go into my deck eventually. So let's take a look at the other cards that we have earned in the campaign. Okay, so the one on the left there is Arnor Ravaged. That's the other side of the Protect the Innocent side quest, which I thought was really cool when I first saw it. I wasn't expecting a double-sided encounter side quest, which I thought was pretty cool. And it says, add Arnor Ravaged to the staging area with damage on it equal to the amount of damage marked for it in the campaign log. So it has 1 damage. And then it says, after an attack damages a character, but does not destroy it, move 1 damage from Arnor Ravaged to that character. So if something takes damage, most likely Thranduil, he's going to end up taking an extra damage because of Arnor Ravaged, but it only happens once, because that's all there was 1 damage. So Thardir's Majesty says, attached to Thardir, even if he is out of play, otherwise remove the card from the game. Okay, so I don't think that Thardir is in this game. We end up having a pack leader here, so that's going to be our big bad guy. So we'll put this into play. We'll take this out of play. And then lastly, I ended up with the Cunning boon I earned in the second scenario, and attach to a hero, add 2 resources to that hero setup. That goes on Thranduil. So what I wanted to do is, because I have that boon on Thranduil, I wanted to just take a closer look at what Thranduil does and show you the One Ring and what the One Ring does. So hopefully all of that makes some sense. Thranduil and the One Ring, I don't necessarily think that this is a big combo. Like, it's not something that's played a ton in the community or anything. It's not a bad combo. The One Ring goes on just about anybody, and the One Ring in and of itself doesn't do anything. You just attach it to a hero. The only thing it does is it lowers your threat elimination level from 50 down to 45. So that's a kind of a pain in the neck. In Thranduil, when Thranduil came out in the Fire and the Night AP, in the Arid Mithrin cycle, he was the Sylvan that we were all waiting for. And it has to do with his beefy defense stats. He's 3 defense, 4 hit points. He can take a swing from some beefy enemies, and you don't have to worry about him usually. The other thing that's really good about him is because there's Sylvans all over the place. His combat action is you get to put a Sylvan ally into play, and you get to ignore the resource match. And so I've done that. I do that often in this game. So that's so like I said, Thranduil was like the Sylvan we all were waiting for in the community, for those of us who have been around that long. The other thing about the One Ring is it goes out and it finds a master card. So there's a couple. There's 3 master events, and there's 4 master attachments. I really just use the master attachments. There's 2 of them in this deck, and I just use 1 copy of them because I'm going to go out and find the one that I need based on this scenario. Because Thranduil is such a good defender, I try to beef up his defense. He's not usually going to be doing any sort of questing for me unless something crazy happens. So that's good. But I can choose where to put the 1 ring at the beginning of the game. Maybe the 1 ring goes on Celeborn, maybe it goes on Galadriel. But right now, I think that Thranduil with the 1 ring has been pretty good. So lastly, I'm going to go over the 2 master cards that are in this deck. The 2 master cards that I have in this deck are Inner Strength there on the left and Power of Command on the right. Inner Strength is what I call the defendy one because it adds 1 defense, and it's great because I also get to cancel a shadow effect. But I have to raise my threat by 1. But I think that that's all right. I like being able to cancel shadow effects. And the Power of Command I have in this deck because sometimes having the extra willpower boost is good. And so I call that the questy one. And again, you have to attach it to the hero with the 1 ring, which in this case is Thranduil. But after you commit to the quest, you exhaust the 1 ring, raise your threat by 1, and every unique hero or every unique ally gets +1 willpower, except for the hero that has the 1 ring. So it's a great way to get a good willpower boost if you need it. And you get to pick one. You get to pick a master card and put it in your hand. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so I will take a minute and I will set up my play area and go to the overview camera and we'll get started. Okay, so you guys have joined me before. This is my big play area. We have the objective. It's set to daybreak. This is the Arnor Ravaged with the 1 damage on it, so that's good. How much threat is in the staging area? This is my staging area. Active location, threat dial set to 29. I have my quest card here, and so it has 20 quest points on it, so that's a lot. My heroes, I have Amarthiel, and then I have Determination here, so I guess the thing to do is to start by drawing my opening hand, and then I still do have to reveal a card here. I may end up regretting this, but I'm going to keep this hand. I ended up with Ancestral Armor. Let me zoom in on Ancestral Armor just to show you what it does here. You attach it to a leadership or a noble hero. All my heroes are noble. And then it says 1 per character. It's restricted. But it says attached character gets +2 defense and +2 hit points. It's awesome if there's like a big bad guy. And so this is immediately going to be put on Thranduil. And not only that, I'm going to be able to pay for it because I get 2 extra resources because of the cunning boon that I picked at the beginning. So that was pretty good. A couple other good cards that I have that I'll show you. I got Feign Voices, and then I also got the Galathrim Weaver, which puts the top card of my card, shuffles it back into my deck. So it's pretty good. It's low cost, so it allows me to use Tree People if I have that. I don't have Nenya in my hand, but I'm okay for now. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can do, and we'll go from there. So I'll take Determination back up into my hand. I have to reveal a card. Okay, it's Cold from Angmar already. It says, each player deals 1 damage to a hero he controls. Attach Cold from Angmar, and then it blanks the current quest. Or it blanks that hero. So, I think that I am going to... I'm going to blank Thranduil for now. Hopefully that's the right move. Okay, so that's I still don't have anything in the staging area. So now I have to draw. I also have to do the setup on the One Ring, which means I go get the one of the things. I have the questy one in my hand. I drew it, the Power of Command, so I guess I get to get the defendy one. So I guess it's time to start. We get some resources, and then we can start paying for stuff. I do like the new revised core set because you do get resources that are denominated, so you can really tell the difference between a three resources and a 5 when you're playing them. This one's bigger, you can see the 5, so I do like all of that. But anyway, so now I get to draw a card. Okay, the Neath Guide. So here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to play Ancestral Armor onto Thranduil. I know that comes as a surprise since I showed you what Ancestral Armor is. Okay. So now Thranduil is defending for 5. He can defend up to 7 right now. And I think I'm going to lower my threat and draw a card. Remember, that's what Galadriel's ability does. Oh, so I get Galleon. So that's a good start. That's one of the reasons why I try not to blank her text box, because her power is so good, and then the additional stuff here is just too good. So, okay, I'm gonna play Galleon, and then I think I'm gonna wait to play her so I can get some stuff into my till I get some stuff into my my discard pile here. Okay, so right now I have 0 in the staging area, and I'm questing for 2, 5 versus 0. He's actually 6 because of the quest. The quest gives him +1, and it's Daybreak. So, okay, so what do we get? We get the Warg Den. So let's take a look at this. So the Warg Den is just a way to go get Wargs out of the encounter deck. So it's immune to player card effects. So that means, you know, you have to actually travel to it. And its travel effect is you go search for an encounter. You go search for a Warg enemy, and I reveal it, and I put it to play engaged with him. Okay, so I'm probably going to go there because 4 threat is a tough thing to begin with. Okay, so this is up here, the Warg Den. I would love to travel, but there's already an active location. So I quested for 6. There's 4 in the staging area, so I make 2 progress. Okay, so I will ready. That's the refresh, and now I have to turn this card over. And so at night, I can't put progress on the quest. I can put them on locations, though. That's fine. And I can't cancel anything. And so when it becomes night, reveal an encounter card. At the end of the round, flip this. So, okay, so let's reveal. Okay, we get a hunting pack. That sounds horrible. Oh, this is a hunting pack. This is a big bad guy. I need 9 to kill it. It's swinging for 6. Thranduil can handle that because he has all sorts of stuff. But it says while a player is making an engagement check against Hunting Pact, it gets -1 engagement cost for each damaged character the player controls. So that's a big fat bummer. Okay, so we have the Hunting Pack out. Okay, so now we've gone from 0 to 7 in the staging area. I still have to quest over stuff, so that's a pain in the neck. Okay, so I already raised my threat, doing something, I guess, off camera. But I have 29 threat. Now I'm going to get resources, and we'll draw. Okay, so I get Haldir of Lorien. He's a great card, but I can't play him for right now. It's going to be a while before I do that. Okay, so I'm going to take and play Inner Strength onto Thranduil. And then I'm going to play the Nath Guide using my leadership resources. Let's just take a look at the Nath Guide real quick. So the Nath Guide, after it enters play, basically you choose a hero. That hero doesn't exhaust a quest this round, which is great. Keep in mind, for multiplayer, you can pick somebody else's hero, and it doesn't have to be Sylvan. This is a great card to have, even outside of a Sylvan deck. So, okay, so I'm going to use this on Celeborn right now. Okay, so the Nath Guide comes in, and I target Celeborn. Okay, so right now, Thranduil's defending for 6 without anything. And then, so I can do some stuff. Okay, I'm going to draw and lower my threat. Okay, I get the Greenwood Archer. Greenwood Archer is another good card for this sort of thing. Okay, so now we have to try to get through the secluded hills, or the shrouded hills here. Okay, so 2, 5, and let's see. I'm doing 7. 7 versus 7. Okay, so let's see what we get. So this is Predatory Wolves. So Predatory Wolves says each player must choose to either discard the highest cost ally he controls or search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Warg enemy and reveal it and add it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. I'm going to pick to discard. That's pretty easy. And I don't have to raise my threat. I don't have to do anything. And so the guy that I'm going to pick that I have to discard is the Nath Guide. So that's great. Okay, so Predatory Wolves is discarded. The Nath Guide is discarded. The Nath Guide, I was doing I was doing 2. I was questing with 2 for that guy, bro. So I lose the quest, so I have to raise my threat by 2. Okay. So I make no progress. I would really like to see Nenya, but whatever. I can't use that crutch. Okay. So I engage the hunting pack. I'm going to deal it a shadow card. And I'm going to use Feign Voices. Feign Voices is just a feint for Sylvans. So I just take a Sylvan back into my hand, which will be Galleon, and it cancels this attack. So this guy doesn't do anything. Okay, so now I'm going to... Let's see. This is a great place to see that side quest, by the way. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to ready a Marthiel. That's my 1 time. And I am going to use him to attack 3, 5, 6. So that does 3 damage to the hunting pack. So that's not bad. Now we ready. We flip this, and it says return each enemy to the staging area. So that's a bummer because now that threat I still have to overcome. Okay, I raise my threat by 1 and draw a card. So I get another Greenwood Archer. Okay, so I'm going to lower my threat and draw a card because of Galadriel. I get the Tree People, which is phenomenal if I had the lore resource. I'm going to put Galleon into play for nothing. And I'm going to put the Galathrim Weaver in for 1. He's blank, so I can't really do anything right now, so let's see here. So this is an event, but it readies somebody, so that's good. So I guess I'll bring out a Greenwood Archer too. Okay. Oh, the Weaver shuffles this guy back into the deck. This guy readies a hero, so might as well ready Galadriel. So questing. 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. Versus 7. Okay. And when revealed, each warg gets +1. So that's 2, but then each warg gets +1, so that's another 2. So that's 11. I still lose. So enemies aren't making engagement checks. Okay. I'm hoping I can get my wheels underneath me here. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, I'll deal this guy a shadow card. I'm going to do a Feign Voices, which allows me to cancel this attack, and I'm bringing Galleon back up into my hand. Okay, so that cancels this attack. Okay, that's a good place to see the Freezing Blast. Okay, and now I'm going to spend 1 to play Determination. Determination we saw at the beginning that says attached to a unique character, then ready each character with a copy of Determination attached, as well as each character. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to ready Celeborn. So I use the 1 from her resource pool, and so now I need to be able to do 6 to this thing. So I'm going to do 3, 4, 5, 6, and that kills this thing. Whew. So let's ready. And now it's the end of the round, so we flip this. And I get to reveal an encounter card. It says, assign X damage among characters committed to the quest. X, so this whiffs. Ha! Whew. Biting Wind. Thank you. Okay. So I still only have 6 in the staging area, so that's good. So raise my threat. Resources. And draw a card. And I get the Elven King. That is a great card to have. Let's look at it, and I'm going to show you what it does. And then I'm going to show you what it does with Galleon. So the Elven King on the left there, it says attach to Sylvan Hero, and it says exhaust the Elven King and return a Sylvan ally you control to your hand, and then ready the attached hero. And that's really good into of itself, but then you can pick Galleon, which costs 0 to bring out. And Galleon is, when he enters play, he gets +1. So basically it allows me to quest for 2 every round with Galleon. And that's pretty good. So I'm going to definitely be bringing that combo out right now. Okay, so I'll bring Galleon out. And then the Elven King on the Thranduil for 1. But I'm going to exhaust Galadriel, lower my threat by 1, draw a card, and I get the Minstrel. The Minstrel is the linchpin to a lot of these decks because it allows you to draw events, and the 0-cost events like Feign Voices that I've been using are important. But right now, I don't have a lore resource, so I can't do that. I am going to bring out the Power of Command. That's the questy one. So I think I can hopefully make some decent progress here. Let's quest here. So 2, 3, 6, 8, 10. So 10 versus 6. So let's see what we get. Okay, it says sudden darkness. If it is night, raise each player's threat by 4. If it is day, flip it. So this just raises my threat by 4. I say just. But I also forgot to do this forced effect, but I can continue to do it. I've flipped a knight twice so far, so I'm going to raise my threat 2 more because of the forced effect here. Okay, so let's see. 10 versus 6. I made 4 progress. Yay, finally. Okay, so I'm going to clear this, and then let's see. Do I travel? I think I'm going to wait to travel next round because I'm going to try to kill this thing right now. I hope. Okay, well, I may not be able to kill this thing, but I'm going to see what I can do. Okay, so I'm going to ready Thranduil. I have the Elven King way down here under the screen here. I'll move up I'm going to ready Thranduil by bringing Galleon back into my hand. And now I'm going to deal a shadow card and defend with Thranduil. Thranduil's defending for 6 naturally. I do have the cunning bonus that he can take. Let's see what we get. It says attacking enemy gets +1. If this attack destroys a character, remove all progress from the conquest. That doesn't do anything. Okay, and then I'm going to attack back with the Greenwood Archer for 2. And that does A damage. So we will ready. Let's see, it's the end. I guess we have to do this in the right order. We ready everything during the refresh phase. Raise your threat. And then it says when it return each enemy to the staging area. So let's get some resources. And then let's see what we get here. Oh, I get a test of will. That's nice. I feel like only you can't cancel anything this time around, or this during nightfall. I don't think anything can get canceled. Okay, but I'm going to bring Galleon out, and I'm probably going to travel there this time. I don't mind. I don't know. We'll see. I will lower my threat by 1 and see what I get. I do get a Host of the Galathrim. That's really good. When I play it, I'll show you. If I play it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play it this game, but okay. So I'm going to bring out the Galathrim, or the Greenwood Archer. So ready Galadriel. And now let's quest. So this guy's questing for 1. 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 8. Because my heroes get plus. 1, 2, 8. I need 2 defenses. It's a bummer. Okay, so let's see what I get. I do have a test of will also. Okay, Shrouded Hills says X is the number of quest cards in play, while there only X gets Surge. Okay, so it surges to a bloodthirsty warg. So I better do something with that guy. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 9, and I have 8. I just keep losing here. Okay, well, there's that. Okay, so I'm going to travel. I'm definitely traveling here. Do I want to? I don't know if I can now because I'm going to have 2 enemies engaged. So I guess I travel here. Okay, so I'm going to bring down these 2 guys. and I'm going to deal a shadow card and a shadow card. I'm going to defend once here with Thranduil. Here. If it is night, attacking it means additional attack. It is not night. Okay, and then I'm going to bring Galleon back into my hand to ready Thranduil. Thranduil's now going to defend this one, defending for 6. It says attacking enemy gets +1. Doesn't do anything. Okay. I'm going to do this. 3, 6, 7, 8. This guy dies. Can I do anything? Gladriel, she's just sitting there. Okay, so now we ready. Flip this, raise my threat by 1 because of the quest card. I'm getting awfully close to the top here. I need to get through this pretty quick. Okay, and then I get to reveal an encounter card. Side quest, make camp. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so there's make camp. Characters can't heal, and then it's after it's defeated, you can heal up to 3 damage on somebody. So right now my damage is okay, but we'll see how this all works itself out. Nightfall isn't a lot of fun. Okay, so that surges. Let's see what it surges into here. Okay, so we surge into the Wolf of Angmar, which also has surge. And it says at night gets +2, so that's crappy. And then that surges into the White Warg. Deal 2 damage to a character when it engages, if it's night. And it's going to be night, and the thing is going to engage. So, okay. That is a pain in the butt. Okay, well, let's see how we deal with this. So we have all this stuff. We got 2 wargs. We got 1 engaged. Okay, so now we get to raise my threat. Give myself some resources. And let's see what we get. I get an unexpected courage. I'm going to put the unexpected courage onto Thranduil. Okay, I'm going to need as many defenses as I can get. So that's what I'm doing there. I don't even have to think about it. I'm going to lower my threat and draw a card. And I get another Galathrum Weaver, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to put out Galleon. And I think I'm going to wait to put out the second Weaver because I want to keep a Test of Will just in case. I need to figure out. So I'm doing 2. How much is in the staging area? 4, 5, 7. So 2, 5, 6. Well, 6. You know what I'm going to do? Because I'm going to bring the other Weaver out, and then that means that this card gets shuffled back in. I just need the questing. So let's see here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm 8 versus 7. Okay, and I don't have a Test of Will. Reveal 1 encounter card for each quest card in play. There are 2 quest cards. So, okay, so first quest card is the Eriador Wastes. Okay, that's a location for 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the second card is another Eriador Wastes, 1, 2, 3. So I lose the quest by 5, and I raise my... and I'm not going to be able to do anything because I don't have Island Amid Perils to reduce my threat. So 44. Thranduil was good. I know that I'm going to lose. I just couldn't quest enough when it was daytime. I guess that's the first run at the Wastes of Eriador. And Thanks for joining us. We'll try it one more time here. Have a great day, everybody.